Namaste, I'm Sangeeta Reddy. I'm Joint Managing Director at Apollo Hospital. I'm also currently the president of FICCI. In addition to that, I'm a wife and a mother. I have three sons, and my oldest son is married, so I'm also a mother-in-law.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. First of all, welcome to this video, and thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for being a part of this great initiative, 100 hours with 100 stars. And so there will gonna be different segments I've made just for you, and it's gonna be fun conversation, and I hope you will also enjoy this.
Okay.
And so, फिर शुरू करें, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so if we talk about the lockdown update, like what precautions you take during this entire period of lockdown in our country?
So clearly in the lockdown, we were very cautious of the fact that it was important not just for our own personal health, but for the health of the community and everyone around. So we had a little bit of a family meeting and consciously told people which of our staff would stay with us at home and who would be given their salary, but they should stay at home and they should take care of and they should follow the same precautions in their house. So it was people, it was materials. So in and out of anything from vegetables to whatever was coming in was washed. So all veggies were kind of dunked in hypochlorite. Anything from the grocery stores was wiped down before it came into the house. So those were, I think, at the home front, these were the things. And of course, very, very clearly, no one in the house went out except for me because I was coming to the hospital. And also my husband had a special project he was working on in creating a ventilator. So he and his action team, yeah, it was an amazing the amount of work they've done. So he and his action team also went out, but all the children stayed home. On the hospital side, the preparation for Corona was, incredible, complex, multidimensional. But most important, I think it was, I want to commend the fantastic Apollo team because they approached it with a thoroughness, a scientific approach, with an approach of sharing their knowledge as much as they could, and with a great bravery. So each of our staff, their willingness to be there in the front line, to treat patients, the amount of work they've done in studying and creating a protocol. So their protocol, which is the Red Book, was shared extensively, not just in our clinics, our hospitals, the COVID-specific hospitals, the dental, all clinics, but we shared it with others, non-Apollo organizations, institutions, etc. So they used a lot of science, they used a lot of human communication, and then we used technology. So whether it was the telemedicine, so doctors could stay in touch with their patients, we're doing a large number of teleconsults, whether it was our AI-enabled COVID risk score. We've had over 12 million downloads of that app and people using it. So everybody's been super busy. It's like, some people are saying they're bored. We haven't had time to sleep. We don't bored. So, and then a lot of training going on, training our own staff in terms of, use of PPE, ventilator, procurement.
Safety, right.
Ramping up the testing capability. We're currently doing a large amount of testing for the government, for individuals. So there's really been a multidimensional response, and we named all of it by the name Kavach, which means shield. So we wanted to give a protective shield to people and to India.
Wow, that's so good. That's so noble. Thank you so much for all such things. And you've been there with your team, with your hospital around the clock. What is that thing which you have learned during this entire Corona period? Because after this lockdown specifically, people came out as a chef, as a painter, as an artist, as a musician as well. So what is that one thing which you have learned so far in this entire period, in entire scenario?
I've only been doing the same that I always do, which is working at the hospital. But the one additional thing, because as President FICCI, I began to understand far deeper. So I think I've become a bit of an economist. And the impact of the lockdown on the economy has been significant. The fact that we're losing 4,000 crores a day, the fact that MSMEs are, about 110 million people are employed in MSMEs. And this is, almost 70% of the non-agri workforce, so the formal workforce, is in MSMEs. The impact of disruption of supply chain, the opportunities of such scenarios, the fact that the correlation between, the repo rate, the CRR, the liquidity, the funding, the mechanics of, what a Jan Dhan scheme can do, the agri. So I've really learned a lot about economy. And so possibly that is the new skill set. I haven't had time to really do all the other exciting things.
Wow, that's interesting. So because you being on your desk every time throughout this entire period, lockdown is for people like us, not for you again, because you are into healthcare sector. So what is your version 2.0? If I ask you, like, what will be that change personality you observed till now? Because you shifted your working hours and you extended your working hours as well. So what is that version 2.0 about yours?
So I think two very important things in this so-called version 2.0 that you're referring to. And I think the first one is that however busy, and it's really been an incredibly busy time, because even if by the time we make the phone calls, you get on Zoom calls, you're talking to different people, but it's very important to structure your own time. So that ability to say, yes, I will do half an hour with my kids, and I will make sure that, even if I wanted to exercise every day, but at least I am making sure 5 times a week, I am putting aside time for exercise. So it's small things like that. And the 15 minutes of meditation makes a difference. Logging into Satguru whenever I can makes a difference. So
Wonderful.
Trying to, compartmentalize your time and ensure that you do that is one important thing. The other one, which I thought, is that it's a higher degree of awareness. And I think only from awareness can come transformation. So this wave, I think, is sweeping across all of us, that we are becoming aware of ourselves, aware of our families, aware of our workplace, aware of our environments, and most importantly, I think, aware of humanity at large, because this is one virus which has, in a way, devastated us, divided us, upset us, but it's also integrated us. Because we are Vasudeva Kutumbakam, and everybody has been equally affected or equally scared. So I think awareness is the first step towards transformation.
Absolutely, absolutely. If we talk about social media, I mean, people are so much active because they have so much of time because they're sitting at home, but they're working from home. But they at this time they are browsing their internet and their social media accounts. So how much you are associated with social media, with Facebook, or maybe for that matter with Instagram or maybe Twitter?
So I do a little bit. I mean, I like to stay in touch and give messages, but I think. Not as much time as I would, I think, like to, but I am active, and I think it's a very powerful medium to communicate. It's a very important medium to stay in touch with loved ones. And you didn't mention it, but I think WhatsApp is taking over our lives.
So these days people call like WhatsApp university because all the fake news is coming out from there only. So it's there.
Yes, you're very right. But also, I think so much credible information is coming as well, because it's the quick way. And the interesting thing is, these days, even governments, even ministers are saying, just WhatsApp me. Don't
right.
Long email mat bhejo peshi ko, sirf WhatsApp karo 2 line mein. So, there's a bias for smaller bites of information, easily digestible information. And I think there's now a bias towards action linked to information.
Mm-hmm. Though, ma'am, you have such a big personality, such a big influencer in our society today. So, but did you got any kind of interesting, or maybe you can say that, oh yeah, it's so funny, like who wrote all such things on WhatsApp? Did you got such kind of messages till now? On your social media accounts?
I think the whole world is laughing about the message where somebody said, "Can you inject disinfectant?"
We don't want to say that name.
Exactly. So I think that one took me. in terms of the funniest, the lack of scientific basis. Um, so so who knows? What else? But lots
What,
of
what 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 was your first reaction when you got to know about that statement, which came from such a powerful personality in the world? So, what was your first reaction when you got to know about that?
very honestly, I felt very sad for the people of that country and the people of the world because leaders affect the whole world, and
Absolutely.
a lack of credibility in a leader is something that we have to be very careful about.
Right. So now we'll move to the fun part of this entire conversation. So it's a game called Never Have I Ever. So I'll give you 5 points, and you have to tell me if you have done that or not. Okay. So the first one is lied. I mean, for a stomach ache or something when you were in school, did you lied about that?
Of course, I did.
Okay. Cried watching a Bollywood movie or an emotional scene.
Times, many times.
Okay. If I ask you one movie,
No, in fact, I remember when we were young, my brother-in-law would say he never wants to sit next to us or next to me at a movie because I would, cry so much that he would be embarrassed.
oh,
So, uh, yeah, no, I think Hollywood and Bollywood have the great capacity to move individuals, and that is a power. It's a power they have, and I hope they always use it wisely.
absolutely, they will for sure. But who is your favorite Bollywood actor?
Hmm. I think Amitabh Bachchan
And-
still because of how old I am, but
Uh,
there are lots of others. I think Amir Khan has been tremendous and fantastic. Abhishek has done some outstanding, very creative work. Nasiruddin Shah was at one point, someone that you can. So there've been some tremendous ones on that side, and on the females, I've been so many from Jaya Baduri to Deepika Padukone. So many beautiful, beautiful. There's grace, there's beauty, and then if you look at international, I mean, there's Natalie Portman, there's uh, you know, hundreds of others. I mean, I'm not even able to sing at this point of time, but lots of fantastic international stars, Robert Redford,
uh,
um, uh, so many that you can do.
right.
There's Tom Cruise on one side, and
Big fan.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah. But and that ability to be, powerful but sensitive is this thing, Meryl Streep, where it's not just traditional beauty which counts, but truly your ability to connect and emote and portray. So very powerful.
Okay, yeah, because you mentioned that you also like, even I'm a big fan of Amitabh Bachchan saab. So I'll give you one dialogue. You have to just tell me which movie I'm talking about.
I'm
So
very bad at that.
is it okay?
I don't watch much many movies, but I'll try.
Okay. It's a very easy. I'm sure you have seen this film because it was a very beautiful film overall. So अगर मूछे हो तो नथु लाल जैसी हो.
No, sorry. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. See, I also forgot the movie. It was maybe the Namak Haram. Yeah, the film was Namak Haram.
Okay.
Shashi Kapoor Saab and Amitabh Bachchan Saab was there, and he was playing that village guy, and he said this: "Agar मूछे हो तो नथु लाल जैसी हो." So yeah. Okay. So next question: have you ever gone for a zip lining or maybe for skydiving?
Of course. Of course. So I've done zipline and skydive both. So
Wow. So
yeah.
which was the better one? Which was the best part? Where you felt like, wow, that was something amazing?
No, skydive is undoubtedly the most incredible. No, but sorry, skydive. I did paraglide, not skydive.
Paragliding. Okay.
I did
Okay.
paragliding. So and I've done paragliding thrice. So
Oh wow.
incredible experience.
So जब आप पहले the moment you stepped into that air जब आप पहुंचे ऊपर did you feel like okay कुछ हो गया तो फिर वो डर कहीं ना कहीं था या फिर it was like I'm so confident let's do it kind of an attitude.
No, you have you. I don't know. I was definitely scared, but the power is in overcoming that and saying yes. So this was not skydiving, but I'll share a story. Once we went mountain climbing, and then we were to go rappelling. So you have to come down the mountain.
Mm, right.
So once you're trekking up, everything is fine. And then I went up, and then he says, "Now you let go. You're holding the rope. You have the harness. Don't worry, and keep pushing your feet." And I
Uh,
was, why do I need to do this? And then I looked down, and my
uh,
three sons were looking up at me. And it
okay.
was like,
Well,
let's
be
see
safe.
how mom does this. And then I said, now I have to do it. So,
Wow. Wow.
so it was a lot of fun actually. So
Yeah.
it's sometimes you do things for many reasons. One
Yeah.
is to conquer the
Absolutely.
fear. Some is to prove a point to your kids.
Mm,
You do it for many reasons, and then finally at the end of it, if you enjoy the experience and it gets kind of logged in your memories of something which was fun, or it helped you grow, or it gave you a thrill, or you learned something from it. And I think adventure sports by and large teaches you all these things. uh,
absolutely. I can
now,
totally agree with that. Yeah.
so I've done a little bit of deep sea diving. I've of course been snorkeling. So I actually love adventure sports.
Seems like you are a big time traveler, I think. You love traveling a lot, I think. It's
I
there.
do, I do, I do.
If I ask you, I mean, continuing to this question, which is that one place where you always wanted to go, like all over again and again and again and again? What will be that place?
Huh. So there's so many. I mean,
Tricky one, I know.
I love London. I'm especially connected now to New York because all the suffering in New York. We lived in Jersey, very close to New York. I spent so many weekends there. Paris has a tremendous beauty. Rome appeals in so many ways. But then, I mean, even Chennai, I love going again and again to some parts of Chennai. And in India, I think if you look at my husband is a big fan of Shivaji forts. So trekking in the mountains in Maharashtra is we've done a little bit of it. He's done a lot more, but that's an amazing experience. Nepal is quite special, even though there's so much. And then Manasarovar and Mount Kailash, I've been just once, but it's a place I would love to go again and again. So there's really beauty everywhere, and
That's-
you can do all that. And finally, I mean, the Sai Baba temple I go every Thursday is a place I want to go again and again.
Yeah, for the mental peace, it really helps many a time. That's true. That's true. Okay, so it's time for a quick truth and dare round. Um, like I have only two questions and won't take much time. So, have you ever sneaked into your fridge overnight when everybody slept and just to have a quick bite of your favorite ice cream or maybe from your favorite snack bar or something like that? Have you done that?
Of course, I've done
You done-
it. What to do? It's
uh,
you wish you had more willpower, but all of us have given in at some point. I have.
um, most funniest moment you had during the lockdown? You had any funniest moment?
So yeah, I think my daughter-in-law and I on Sunday tried to make a low cal, very healthy. So there's no sugar. It's substituted with brown sugar. There's no gluten. It's substituted with oats, and we made this lemon bar. And it came out of the oven, and then both of us took a small bite. We looked at each other and we hid it. It was
Okay.
very bad. So we both of us said, we're not putting this anywhere near the guys.
हमें सबूत अब मिटाने की हमारे सबूत मिटाने की अब बारी आ चुकी है.
वही वही हुआ. It was very funny, and it was the first time both of us were cooking together, and this was really funny.
Wow, wow, that's so beautiful. Before we say, because we are like short on time, so what is that favorite thought of the day for you? If I ask you right now, what would be that favorite thought of the day?
So right now, the most important thought, the most significant thought is, let our country be safe, let our world be safe, and let my Apollo staff be safe because they're putting themselves so much at risk. So
Right.
this I think this is a prayer more than a thought in these difficult times. That's on my mind all the time. Let our world, recover from this tremendous and horrible COVID scenario.
Right. But any message before we say bye to all our viewers this time?
So just, stay safe, stay home, follow the lockdown, and also that this is not going to disappear on May 4th or, in the next month, etc. This is going to be with us till there's a cure. So please protect the elderly. Take care of your older family members. All of us can get this and we will recover. It's just like the flu. Don't be scared of the coronavirus. Be careful and cautious about how you manage to live with coronavirus. Let India come out of this and let the world come out of this, stronger and more positive. I am hoping that, because we've learned the importance of human life, we've respected the people who strive to support life and who take care of the environment, whether it's the sanitary worker or the healthcare worker, that we respect all of them and the world becomes a cleaner, greener place because we're not burning as much fuel, and the humankind becomes a kinder race, that we're more appreciative of each other.
Right. Thank you so very much, ma'am, for joining me for 100 Hours with 100 Stars. And as I mentioned, it's an honor for me to have you for this live session with you. Thank you so much, and you just be safe. And thank you so much.
Good talking to you, and all the best. Namaste. Stay safe. All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
जब सारी दुनिया कर रही थी बकवास, तब फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज की शुरुआत करते हुए रेडियो पर जॉन इब्राहिम, गौतम गंभीर और वरुण धवन ने मिलकर ये कहा।
हाय, मैं हूँ गौतम गंभीर।
हाय, मैं हूँ वरुण धवन।
हाय, मैं हूँ जॉन इब्राहिम।
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ मैं कहता हूँ बकवास बंद, बदलाव शुरू।
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज का सबसे पहला इनिशिएटिव था नो MC, नो BC।
मैं जॉन इब्राहिम कहता हूँ।
मैं वरुण धवन भी ये वादा करता हूँ,
हम अपनी शहर की औरतों को जुबान से इज्जत देंगे,
यानी नो MC, नो BC।
उसके बाद मिशन तेजाब में कई एसिड अटैक विक्टिम्स की जिंदगी का रुख बदल दिया।
हाय, मैं हूँ आमिर खान और फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज एसिड अटैक विक्टिम्स को एक नई जिंदगी दे रहा है। मैं इसका स्वागत करता हूँ।
मिशन जुर्रत में देश के सारे पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट्स को एक साथ मिलकर कहा।
नमस्कार, मैं अमिताभ बच्चन बोल रहा हूँ। दिल्ली, बेंगलोर, कोलकाता और मुंबई पुलिस को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं मैं देना चाह रहा हूँ। आप फीवर 104 FM मिशन जुर्रत का हिस्सा बने। ये बदलाव की बहुत बड़ी शुरुआत है और मेरी शुभकामनाएं आपके साथ।
जब कश्मीर में फ्लड्स आए, लाखों की तादाद में खाने पीने की सामग्री कश्मीर भिजवाई। हमारी इस कोशिश के लिए मिशन कश्मीर ने जीता गोवा फेस्ट में प्रेस्टिजियस एबी अवार्ड।
मैं और आप मिलकर फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज का अगला प्रोजेक्ट शुरू करते हैं, ब्लड बैंक 104। ब्लड बैंक 104 फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ मैं जॉन इब्राहिम ये वादा करता हूँ कि इस शहर में जब भी होगी खून की दरकार, तैयार रहेगा फीवर 104।
और फिर ट्रैफिक जैम की वजह से नहीं जाए कोई जान, उसके लिए हमने शुरू की अपनी मुहिम एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट।
हाय, मैं हूँ जॉन इब्राहिम।
हाय, मैं हूँ गौतम गंभीर।
हाय, मैं वरुण धवन बोल रहा हूँ।
हाय, मैं हूँ आलिया भट्ट।
जब भी एम्बुलेंस का सायरन सुनाई दे तो हो जाए लेफ्ट, क्योंकि एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट।
अब बकवास बंद, बदलाव शुरू।
एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट के साथ साथ फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने जिम्मा लिया ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांट का और बनाया ग्रीन कॉरिडोर, जिसमें एयरपोर्ट से हॉस्पिटल का सफर जो घंटों का था उसे मिनटों का बना दिया। एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट का डंका सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान में नहीं बल्कि न्यूयॉर्क तक बजा। रेडियो के ऑस्कर कहे जाने वाले न्यूयॉर्क फेस्टिवल ने एम्बुलेंस फर्स्ट इनिशिएटिव को 2 बार NYF अवार्ड से नवाजा। और फिर कैंसर सर्वाइवर्स की जिंदगी में बदलाव लाने के लिए फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ जुड़े युवराज सिंह।
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ कैंसर सर्वाइवर की जिंदगी के बदलाव के लिए मैं युवराज सिंह तैयार हूँ। क्या आप तैयार हैं?
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने वोटिंग परसेंटेज में किया बदलाव अपनी मुहिम ईच वन खींच वन के साथ।
नमस्कार, मैं हूँ फीवर आरजे अमिताभ बच्चन। चुनाव का माहौल बना हुआ है और मैं तो कहूँगा कि ईच वन खींच वन। जब मैं भी वोटिंग करने जाऊंगा तो किसी को साथ खींच कर लेकर जाऊंगा।
इंडियन आर्मी के साथ मिलकर फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने एक ऐसा जश्न मनाया जिसका शोर बॉर्डर पार पहुंचा।
मैं गौतम गंभीर।
मैं हूँ कर्नल वीएन थापर, कैप्टन विजयन थापर का फादर।
मैं हूं मेजर गौरव आर्या।
फीवर एफएम के साथ मिलकर कहता हूँ,
इस कारगिल विजय दिवस मिलकर ऐसा जश्न मनाएंगे
कि शोर
बॉर्डर पार पहुंचे। जय हिंद।
जय हिंद।
जय हिंद। जय हिंद।
7 दिसंबर इंडियन आर्म्ड फोर्स फ्लैग डे पर फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ पूरे हिंदुस्तान ने मिलकर दिखाया अपना देश प्रेम।
मैं सिर्फ यही रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा सारे अपने फैंस और लिसनर्स से, आप फेसबुक हो चाहे इंस्टाग्राम हो चाहे इवन ट्विटर हो, अगर आप अपना फ्रेम चेंज कर सकते हैं 7 दिसंबर को, तो कहीं ना कहीं आप वो रिस्पेक्ट दे रहे हैं आर्म फोर्सेस को।
दिल्ली की बिगड़ती हवा और पोल्यूशन से एनवायरनमेंट को बचाने के लिए फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज लेकर आया प्रोजेक्ट ग्रीन हार्ट्स, जहां हमने दिल्ली एनसीआर में लगाए 1 लाख से भी ज्यादा पेड़।
आप पहले 1 या 2 पेड़ों से शुरुआत करो और कोशिश करो कि उन पेड़ों को अपने बच्चों की तरह बड़ा करो।
पुलवामा अटैक इस मुश्किल की घड़ी में पूरे देश को शहीदों के परिवार से जोड़ रही थी एक वेबसाइट भारत के वीर। तो फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के साथ मिलकर सुपरस्टार अक्षय कुमार ने फीवर 104 एफएम पर डीजी सीआरपीएफ से कहा,
हेलो डी साहब शरद।
हाँ नमस्कार।
नमस्कार। अक्षय भाई मेरे साथ दूसरी लाइन पे।
नमस्ते जी। मेरे लायक कोई भी सेवा हो, मैं बोला पूरा देश आपके साथ है इस वक्त। अभी आई हैव जस्ट सेंट 5 करोड़ रुपीस टू भारत के वीर फ्रॉम माय साइड।
फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज ने शुरू की मुहिम #सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक से ब्रेकअप।
मैं तो सभी दुकानदारों से आग्रह करूंगा, आप अपने दुकान पर हमेशा बोर्ड लगाते हैं, एक बोर्ड ये भी लगा दीजिए, कृपा करके हमसे प्लास्टिक की थैली की अपेक्षा न करें।
और फिर पहली बार देश के किसी मीडिया हाउस की पीठ थपथपाने के लिए देश के प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने फीवर 104 एफएम के लिए ट्वीट किया। फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज के पिछले 5 सालों की ये तो बस एक छोटी सी झलक थी, लेकिन फीवर वॉइस ऑफ चेंज की टीम जॉन इब्राहिम के साथ कहती है, ये बस शुरुआत है, बदलाव अब भी बाकी है।
On 100 Hours, 100 Stars, I have a very, very special guest today. He is celebrity chef Ajay Chopra. He's got tons of food shows that he's done on television, as well as the YouTube channel that he runs on, of course, YouTube. It's something that has been a phenomenal success, because I like the idea that he came up with, especially the Daddy's Cooking Challenge, or should I say, bringing the daddies into the kitchen. That has been beautiful, simply because I think people have stopped understanding the importance of having their daddies also cook at home. And Chef Ajay Chopra actually threw light upon all of that. I'm so happy and glad, Ajay, to have you on this 100 Hours, 100 Stars special. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me, Annie. Thank you so much.
So quickly about 100 Hours, 100 Stars, the whole idea is that we're trying to build in as much as we can to contribute to the fund. And this is the PM relief efforts that we're trying to contribute to, especially for our COVID warriors who are fighting on the front line. Yeah. There are so many people who are fighting, and there is a need for, right from the hazmat suits to the PPE suits to masks and so on and so forth. And that need is never going to end anytime soon, going by the rising numbers. So we from our end, HT Media, HT Prints, as well as Radio 1 and Radio Nasha are getting together to try and bring as many stars as possible and have our viewers contribute whatever bit they can contribute. So right at the end of the screen, one side of the screen, you will find link which you click, scan the QR code, and you proceed to contribute. Whatever the amount is, it's never big or small. Just do whatever comes to your heart. So now coming to you, Chef, the lockdown. It's been more than a month. And it has been historic. I remember doing an Insta Live with you a few weeks ago, I think in the very second week of the lockdown, where you spoke about how you're trying to make the most of the time that you now have at home. Because, of course, being a celebrity chef, your schedule was packed and you might not have got the kind of time you always wished for with your children, for instance. So what has this lockdown meant to you?
Well, I think, I was listening to one of the speakers, who speaks for a church, and he says that, God has right now allowed all the treadmills of this world to stop. And man, as we are, we were on a treadmill all the time, so like, get up, run, run. And suddenly there's been a halt. So obviously, the beginning days were we were calculating the risks, and we were calculating how it's all going to pan out, and, how the businesses are going to run. But I think over a period of time, I found peace in my heart that, lately I've got peace in my heart that, this is where we are. This is what we have to do. This is our Garden of Eden, and we must enjoy how God has placed us. We're raising funds for people for essentials because, let's thank God that we have food on our table every day. We have a house that we can quarantine ourselves into. So all those blessings I'm actually just thanking God for on a each day basis. So this is how lockdown has been, thanking God, really.
How nice, how sweet of you. I also particularly like the videos you've been doing on Insta, on your handle, with your wife. How did she agree to do it?
Well, the wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is that, she had this thing on her heart for a long time that she, God has given her some beautiful skills which she needs to also showcase. And I know that we've had this chat many times, and she wanted to come out and do it, but I think even for her, it was just this push. And I think this quarantine brought in that push that now or never. And so, she decided, okay, fine, let's do it. And so we've been doing a lot of videos for her page, newly opened, called Wonder Woman Amrita. So she's sharing a lot of hacks, parenting, about cooking, and about gardening, because we have a very small garden, balcony garden, but she's got haldi happening there, she's got potatoes happening there, she's got garlic happening there, she's got karela happening there.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's got a lot. Yeah. So it's about how you can bring out the best and the most from wherever you are. So she's a believer of that. And, so yeah, for coming in for those videos was not so difficult, I would say.
So gardening, now like you're saying that your wife has invested so much of her time in having homegrown herbs, homegrown vegetables, and, the basic necessities, which everyone, even despite the fact that we're living in metros, can maybe try and do. Are there like one or two basic tips for anybody to start something like this at home that you have on your mind you can share?
So whatever tips I will give, I will be like, taking it from her only because I keep hearing what she says on her page. But what I understand is that, we have to start somewhere. A lot of times we just don't start. And when we start, it starts to happen. A plant will take some time to grow, but you can't just not do it to think that, oh, it's too tough a process. It's like going to the gym, or it's like going and starting to read a new book, or it's, starting something new as an activity or a habit. It's just like that. So I think, gardening just kind of fulfills something inside you that, wow, this can happen. And over a period of time, I think over the last year and a half or two, she's been really working hard with a small garden that she has. And this morning we were thanking God. We had a chutney. We had a green chutney, because everybody's wondering how to have a green chutney in this COVID time, because you don't want to eat anything which is raw, right? So we had garlic from our little garden. We had ajwain leaves from our little garden. We had, we had all the stuff from a little garden. And then we made this chutney. So, we were thanking God that, wow, this small little garden is actually coming out to be a great blessing,
Wow, that's super cool. That is super cool. Okay, that's a good lesson one can always take. I think you start it with very small and simple steps that I think every household really knows how to do it by now.
Yeah.
Okay, now this pandemic, the crisis that has come up, you haven't been able to go to work, although we are all making the most of our time at home, doing all the chores at home and things like that. But this crisis that has stopped people from doing what they used to normally do. And now we are moving into a new normal. You can't step out of the home without a mask and things like that. So going forward, what are some of the conversations you've been having with your fraternity, for instance, Chef? I'd really love to know.
So I think, I was talking to Chef Atul Kochhar yesterday. We had a live session, and I'm just going to park this phone somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a box. Okay. Yeah. So I'm saying that this is all jugaad. So I was having a conversation with Chef Atul yesterday, and we were talking exactly about the same thing. And what came about was that when 9/11 happened, suddenly the security systems across the world changed drastically. Before 9/11, there was no dog sniffing your cars. There was no swab testing at hotel entrances. There was no metal detectors. But suddenly all of that came in. Now that was basically everybody was scared, and today the same thing is happening. It's just that the scare is on a different level because we can't see the enemy. So obviously a lot of companies are building sanitizing chambers, which are possibly going to become a norm before every restaurant. So you enter into a sanitizing chamber, you sanitize your hands. Possibly 100 cover restaurants will become 50 cover restaurants. Chefs and the new fashion. I think I saw this in the beginning of March. I bought a mask and I was wondering that 2020 be like this. 2020, I think there will be a fashion of masks. I don't know why I thought that. Didn't know how long this is going to go, but I just felt that, and I see now. I see design. Yeah, I see designers coming up with masks designs now. So I think, designer masks are going to be the next big thing because everybody has to wear a mask. There is no option of not wearing one. But I think hygiene and sanitation are the two major subjects which will kind of, boost up in all kitchens. Don't know how street food will be taken anymore. Maybe it will be a sudden stop or a sudden hit to that market. Maybe times change, maybe conveniences change, maybe rules change, maybe FDA and FSSAI rules completely change. So a lot will happen, a lot will happen. It won't just settle out normally. So there is a lot that we are still contemplating as hoteliers, as restaurateurs, that what is going to happen. But few things for sure, that delivery is going to be on the rise, and people are going to avoid going to restaurants till about August, September, I think. And also because Mumbai is going to hit rains very soon, right? We're awaiting the rainy season in just about a month. So post that, we all know what happens to Mumbai. Normal days, jo kahani hoti hai, that kind of stops on a rainy day. And, so with all of this and rains, don't know what's going to happen.
All right. So we're just staying optimistic about the whole situation, I think. And we have to be also pragmatic.
I'm not being pessimistic. I'm not being pessimistic here. I just said that, बारिश होगी तो हम गाने सुन सकेंगे, 94.3.
No, that's what I said. I said we'll be optimistic. I don't know if it reached you. Of course, आपको radio सुनना है. You have to listen to songs. You have to listen to radio. You have to listen to your own playlist. And in your case, Chef, your playlist is obviously made up of a lot of dishes in between the songs that you keep singing, I think, because you love humming, don't you? I've heard you humming quite a few times.
Yeah. Well, I am a worship leader in my church, so I sing in the church.
How sweet. Okay, so what are you going to cook for us right now? What do you have on your mind?
So today I thought that, let me do something nice and healthy. Breakfast is something that is coming up to be a challenge. कि हर दिन सुबह उठ के मतलब आज क्या बनाओ. Today only me and my wife रोज बनाओ, रोज सफाई करो, रोज खाना खाओ और सो जाओ.
I know, right?
Eat, clean, repeat, sleep, repeat. So I thought that maybe something make at home and keep it and have it at least 2 to 3 times a week, and that will be a breakfast bar.
Okay, interesting.
So let's go. Let's go to the breakfast bar. Zoom allows you to switch your cameras. Yeah, it does.
Yes,
no.
Yes. Your camera should be able to switch it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I've got cornflakes. Now my boys love the strawberry flavor, so we only get this, so you can have any whatever you like. I've got with me some oats, which we're gonna toast. Then I've got with me some raisins, some almonds.
Okay.
I sliced some apricots. I've got some dried cranberries, and I've got some chocolate.
Ooh. When it comes to kids, even us for that matter, we enjoy chocolate.
So I've done some prep work, some walnuts and some almonds already sliced up. So what I'm going to do is this view okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got my pan here, and all I'm going to do is just, toast up these nuts a little bit, the ones which I've just sliced. And the same pan will go the oats. So they have to be kind of nutty brown. The nuttier they are, the better they will taste. Right? And this chocolate is just, Morday chocolate which I've cut open. And I'm going to just microwave this for about 30 to 50 seconds, depending on how much time it takes. I think 30 to 50 seconds should. Let's try 30 first.
Okay.
Okay, and so now in this bowl goes these sliced apricots, which doesn't need any treatment, some cranberries, a little bit of raisins, okay, so I've got raisins, cranberries, and apricots. Mix it up.
30 seconds are up.
Yeah, chocolate is also here. Yeah, it's melted. It's nice and soft and gooey.
Very nice. So have you used dark chocolate here?
No, this is your normal Morday. It's not dark. It's not the bitter dark. It's the dark, which is about 55%. I think I need another 15 seconds here. And these nuts are becoming nice and brown. So I toast in some oats along with it. Okay, and I'm going to add a lovely, beautiful flavor to it.
Okay.
Which is surprise, surprise, surprise. Which is now coming, the surprise your way is rose petals.
Yay!
Dried rose petals.
Oh, damn cool. I have some rose petals, in fact. And I've been meaning to use it.
So if you don't have, if you don't have it, then you can, like, if I'm talking about everybody else. If anybody doesn't have it, you can avoid it. But then chocolate and rose is actually a great combination. Just a little bit of the crunch comes out. And the oats are, I can smell it. I wish I could just pass that smell over to you guys.
I know.
So the oats, almonds, and the walnut are getting toasted. And the chocolate is finally here, done.
Oh, super. So you first put it for 30 seconds and then you put it for 15 more seconds so that it melts a little more. I mean, melts enough.
Yeah, so the whole point is that, microwaving chocolate is ideally not advisable because it kind of plays around with the texture of the chocolate. So you got to be very careful when you're doing microwaving chocolate. So you have to be like, go every 10 seconds and change it.
Sure. Yeah. So one can also take the option of double broiling it, na? I mean, you just steam it with water or something.
That is the ideal way to be. That's the ideal way to be. Okay. So my chocolate has melted, but somehow it's not become that liquidy. So I'll go for another 10 seconds.
Okay, cool.
I need a liquid chocolate more like a molten lava so that I can mix it in.
Right, right.
Now all the ingredients are a great, mixture for granola bar. You can actually put some sesame in it and put some honey in it and just bake it in the oven to become granola. Right? So you can just make granola and keep. Or you're going to make this bar with chocolate. So you can do either or. Both can be done.
Oh, nice. So cool. And this is a good dash of... This is a good dash of protein, fiber. You've got everything in here. So you can have it any time of the day. It doesn't have to be like a breakfast bar. It can be a snack bar that you can have any time of the day.
Correct.
So cool. Is there a... I understand at home, Chef Ajay, I know that you've been very busy because you've been helping your wife and helping your children with their studies. Have their online classes started?
Yes, every day school starts at about 9.
Okay.
And finishes at about 2:30. So there's a lot happening on the school front as well. Okay,
wow.
So I'm gonna go. Yeah, so Big Daddy Chef and Big Mommy is busy. Okay. Now all these things come together, become like a nice bhel. Okay, now I need to park my phone somewhere here. I hope you don't mind seeing the granola for a little while.
Okay.
Till the time I just...
Okay, while Chef Ajay is preparing the granola
Actually,
bar.
see my face. You can ask questions if you would like. Yeah.
So I just wanted to know... Of course. I remember talking to you about this, but now since it's been more than a month, I wanted to know if there is a new habit you have started through this lockdown, which you really enjoy.
So there are a few things that I'm really enjoying, which I was not able to do. So the whole point was that when I was before lockdown, every day, even if I was in Mumbai, the time I would come home, my kids would be asleep.
Right.
So putting them to sleep was something that I always wished to do and I wanted to do. So Sundays was the only day which kind of happened. So I enjoy putting them to sleep these days. They don't want to go to sleep. They want to be awake and watch movies and stream and all of that. But then so that's one thing that really I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying playing carom and all the board games that we do sometimes with them. So yeah, I'm doing that now. Chocolate.
Oh, so cool. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is nicely melted. Now I just need to pour it all over. I think I'm going to call my little champ just for a little help. Ashish?
Yes, it'll be fun to have him over. That's Chef Ajay Chopra on 100 Hours, 100 Stars, and he's helping us with some chocolate granola bars. Looks delicious. All right, while the video has paused, what you need to do is look at the end of the screen. Down below, there is a link, and that link will take you to, another link, rather, the next step where you can proceed to contribute. There's a QR code which you can otherwise scan and get into the same step and contribute whatever it is that you can to the COVID warriors. Well, we are trying to raise this fund for the PM relief efforts for COVID-19, the pandemic that has hit our country, hit the world so hard that if we don't step up and help the people who really need our help, I guess, it's humanity leaving us at the time when it is needed the most. Yeah, did us 100 stars with Chef Ajay Chopra.
Okay, so the chocolate is here.
Okay. Where's your boy?
Okay, I'm just
You're supposed to call him to help you.
No, now the iPad is going to help me. So you can see, just mixing it up. And then I've got this little tiffin box. Okay, I'm going to just oil it inside. And then just, press it down and kind of press it down and just keep it in the fridge for like 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Ready?
Wow, that is so cool, yeah. That is so cool.
Now, because it's very hot in Mumbai and Delhi, so, if you want to keep it in the fridge, it's okay. If you want to keep it outside, it's also okay. Outside might be a little soggy. Fridge mein acha nice and crunchy rahega.
Right.
So, you can have it any time of the day, really. But, sometimes breakfast could be lazy. So, just pick this up, have a coffee, and you're done. My wife loves all of these things, very healthy stuff.
Every wife will love this, because going by the chores that you've got to do every day and feeding everybody, looking after the house, and now these days getting essentials, it's become a big task, Ajay. I mean, you get it and then you have to spend another 2 hours just clearing it up, cleaning it up, and then packing it properly. Oh my God. The new normal.
So how are you cleaning your veggies?
So initially I started using plain water with a little bit of just regular soap, the hand wash kind of a thing that I usually have in the kitchen. Then I started using Dettol a little bit, with a pinch of Dettol. These days, which is in fact today, I started using baking soda. What about you?
Yeah, that is the best thing to do, baking soda or vinegar. Because I was doing soap before, and I read up that soap is not good because, obviously veggies are porous and soap might go inside and I might become Donald Trump.
This is something, Chef, that Donald Trump has become at his expense. The whole world is not only laughing at him, but also wondering that while the pandemic is as much a reality, Donald Trump is also a reality.
Well, so there are Corona warriors, there are Corona idiots, and there are Corona comedians. So Mr. Trump is one of them, the comedian. He's making everybody happy. Look at the positive side. He's bringing so much, laughter in people. People are about to laugh and can say that, oh my God, I had a good laugh.
Thousands of memes doing the round. Almost every other day. The moment he addresses people, it is meme worthy, suddenly.
But I think he's very cute. Because he will say something and then he will look at somebody, I don't know who he looks at and says,
validation.
I find it interesting. What about you? And then he says fake news. Yeah. So this is a great tiffin dish as well. I don't know when tiffins will happen back again, or maybe tiffins are passé, or I don't know how the world will look at tiffins anymore.
Really, tiffins are passé for now. But like you said, we can make use of the tiffins in storing food, in making granola bars, in making ice cream. Why not?
I mean, you've given a revelation. So this is now my granola bar mold. No longer my boy's tiffin box.
Not at all.
Yeah. Okay, so this is done.
Yay! Oh my God! Right up to the
all I'm going to do is, pack it in the fridge. I put some oil in the dabba so it won't, it won't stick. So all you need to do is just take it out, cut into bars, and keep it ready to eat whenever.
Super cool. This is damn cool. Hi, is that Ashish?
Ashish is here to taste my tasting buddy.
Hi, Ashish. Ashish, you love everything Papa cooks or everything Mama cooks? Don't give me a diplomatic answer now.
Right now, you don't want to see his face because he likes everything unhealthy and it's got oats in it. That's very healthy.
And he doesn't like the taste of oats. Huh?
Yeah.
He's just like my boy. Oh my God, everything unhealthy.
Yeah.
Not everything. तुरई की सब्जी who eats? भिंडी की सब्जी who eats?
अरे वाह! Ashish, you should talk to my son also because he doesn't eat sabzis at all. I'm okay with unhealthy eating and junk eating, but he should eat sabzi. He doesn't eat only.
So Ashish eats a lot of non-veg, but Akshat is a pure, vegetarian by choice. He would love to eat vegetarian over non-vegetarian. And he gets excited when he would go to a sabzi wala and say, mama, gobi also, bengal also, this also,
Wow, that's so good, yeah. You have a nice mix between the boys.
Yep. Happy for that.
So cool. But this is damn good. Okay, one last question. What do you think will be the first thing you'd want to do the day you're given the chance? Maybe as we open the lockdown, what is it that you'd first want to do?
Go to Yaucha and hog on dim sums. Like there is no tomorrow.
I guess everybody is going to get down to doing things that they feel this lockdown has taught them that yes, there might not be tomorrow, so you might as well do it today.
Exactly. So the point is that I'm a chef, but obviously my dim sum skills aren't that great, and I just the entire family loves Jaucha like a lot. And whenever I'm trying to make chicken momos at home, they're like, okay, Baba, good try. But Yaucha is Yaucha, so yeah, for me, if at all lockdown ends and everything is safe, then yeah, that's where I'm going.
So cool. Thank you so much for bringing us to your kitchen, chef. This has meant a lot to us at Radio 1, at HT, as well as for the viewers who are watching you. They love you for being the big daddy, because you're always this big daddy who is telling other daddies to cook and to become part of the family. And that is the best bonding method possible that one has right at home. And I think people were missing out on that. And you have been such an important person to actually remind them about that. So can you quickly take us to your social media handles again?
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is @Chef Ajay Chopra. YouTube is also Ajay Chopra. Facebook is also Ajay Chopra, and I am also Ajay Chopra. So yeah, just kind of search for Ajay Chopra. A man standing in a blue coat is who I am with a blue tick. But yeah, I think before that, I just want to say that now is the time for humanity to come together. And so you're doing this amazing work, to raise funds for the PM Cares Fund. I think a lot of people are putting the funds there, and I just pray that all the people who are underprivileged right now, or not getting meals on time, or not getting PPE kits on time, should get, so the resources also should flow in that manner. And I just hope that people contribute wholeheartedly with this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Also the Big Daddy, Big Chef Daddy, Big Daddy Chef series. Where is that? YouTube, right?
That's on YouTube, yeah. So if you go on to Ajay Chopra channel, the Big Daddy Chef is there, and we've got about 140 recipes as of now, and every day we'll be adding more and more and more. By the way, today there was ice cream. No egg ice cream.
What are you saying? I have to look it up. Big Daddy Chef it is then. Thank you so much, Chef Ajay Chopra.
This is all mine.
Thank you so much. And guys, don't forget 100 hours, 100 stars with celebrity chef Ajay Chopra. If you look down the screen, at the bottom of the screen, there is a link. There's also a QR code. You can scan it, or you can click the link, go in and proceed to contribute any amount that comes to your heart, because we have to stand up to help in whatever way possible. Thank you so much again, guys. Thank you so much, chef. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye. Thank you.